Hello and welcome back to the Slant podcast. My name is Brady and today is Wednesday, September 9th. Tomorrow, we officially have football back before we go any...
September 6th.
What'd I say?
September
9th.
Oh, 6. Sorry. September
9th, Sunday? He's already ready for Sunday,
I'm
ain't
ready
he?
for September 9th already.
I was like,
All right, but how you... Of course, I'm joined with Dustin and Jared. They've already come out here and introduced themselves by correcting me today. But how you boys doing? Tomorrow is football. I'm so excited.
it's gonna be a boring game tomorrow.
Bull crap.
We're already ready for next season.
Yeah,
No, that's not true at all. Come on.
tomorrow's game. I wish that Chris Jones and Travis Kelce could figure it out, but it'll still be a good game.
I'm excited because football's back. It's been a long wait. We all know offseason takes forever. Although this offseason did feel like it went by pretty quick.
It did, yeah.
Which I can be happy for. But again, football is back tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm excited. So tomorrow's football, but today for this episode, we're going to be doing a little bit of a prediction segment. Last year, you guys know, we basically had, if you watched this last year, we had like a prediction segment for like a whole episode. Today, we don't plan on doing that. We plan on doing predictions way differently. We'll get into that here in a second. But at the top of the hour, even though I don't know if we're recording for an hour or not, but top of the hour, Nick Bosa, right before we started recording, just got paid. So that's cool. Annually, $34 million, which is absolutely insane for a defensive player. But a quick little nugget that I wanted to go ahead and say, which is kind of wild. The 49ers now have the highest paid defensive end, highest paid running back, highest paid fullback, highest paid tight end, highest paid left tackle, highest paid linebacker, and highest paid defensive tackle. And their quarterback is making like, under $1 million right now with Brock Purdy. That's insane, man.
It's wild. And I seen a sheet come up of one of these sports accounts, and they were talking about how all these people they still have to pay, like, Debo and all these other guys. It's just crazy how much money they're spending on that team.
Yeah, Debo, I think, is the highest or the 7th highest paid wide receiver on that team.
And he's like, what?
Or no, sorry, in the league, 7th highest paid wide receiver in the league.
He's still pretty high though.
Yeah, for sure. 7th is pretty. I mean, there's a lot of talented wide receivers.
But they're doing it right though. They're spending the money while they got a cheap quarterback.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
what you need to be doing.
We'll see how it goes in the future for them. But for right now, they definitely are just trying to win a Super Bowl now. So you might as well just pay everybody.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is how I wanted to go ahead and get that out of the way because it literally just happened. But this is how we're going to do the predictions this year. So I actually had everybody, instead of picking on the spot, we all submitted our predictions beforehand, and we're going to go over them right now. So this is what we got. Right now, everybody is 0-0, of course, because the season has not started. But Alex, unfortunately, will not be here to talk about some of his predictions, but we're going to go through these a little bit. So for Lions versus Chiefs, it looks like Alex and I both had the Chiefs winning, and then Dustin and Jared both had the Lions winning. Now, I will say I submitted this prediction before the Kelce news, which we'll get into in a second. But why do you guys think the Lions are going to win? Huh?
Listen, I already know why Dustin did it, because he just doesn't like the Chiefs and wants to see them lose. No, I'm playing. Go ahead.
Mainly, or if Travis Kelce's not playing, I do not see the Chiefs winning. Chris Jones, he could be missing, but if they had Kelce, I think they could win. But with all the question marks going on right now, and I really think that this Lions team is going to come out hot because it kind of started really slow last season. So I feel like this, because didn't they go on like a huge win streak towards the end or something, the Lions?
Yeah, Lions did.
Yeah, so exactly. So I think they're going to start off hot and get the week 1 win against the Chiefs.
If this would have been in Detroit, I would have felt a lot more comfortable making this pick to the Lions. But the fact that it's an Arrowhead to open up the season, I just have a feeling, the Chiefs get it done. But I will say, I would love that the Lions won. I'm not saying that I want the Chiefs to win. This is just my prediction. Of course, all of us across the board do have the Ravens winning. No surprise there. Texans have a rookie quarterback. I would be absolutely shocked if the Ravens come out here and lose to the Texans. As far as the Bengals and the Browns game is concerned, it looks like Alex chose the Bengals. I chose the Browns at home, and I actually thought Joe Burrow would be missing this game, and it sounds like it's not going to be, but so that could be an L. Dustin chose the Browns, and Jared chose the Bengals as well. So
if Joe Burrow is playing,
he is playing. It's not. They said, yeah, he's.
They officially announced he's playing.
Yeah, he was a full participant.
Well,
so
that's
real
not
quick,
good for us.
That's not looking good for us. But
I didn't get to say anything about the Lions Chiefs game. Can I speak on that real quick?
Yeah, sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
Fine. Okay, I do pick the Lions because we kind of been on the Lions hype train these past year, maybe 2.
Yeah.
But although we know now Lions are getting a lot of attention now because they've built this team and they're looking great. So obviously with Travis Kelce news, them losing him, which is like their main guy on offense, as we know, if they don't have him out there in that game, I could just see the Lions taking this game over. Yeah. I mean, either it's home or not, I just see, like Dustin said, them coming out hot this week.
I mean, respect to you guys for even making that pick before the Kelce news anyway. So,
yeah.
Because we've submitted this before that. But the next one, we had Jaguars. I think all of us chose Jaguars winning across the board. No surprise there.
Whoa. But let me say something about the Browns and Bengals real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
If Deshaun Watson is playing even 75% of what he was back in the past, this would definitely be
I don't hate this pick necessarily.
No,
it's not
if
bad.
this was like a different starting quarterback in the Browns, then I would not feel good about this one at all. But if Watson can come out week 1 firing, I think this pick could maybe go our
I'm
way.
gonna be honest. The only reason I chose the Browns
Me too.
is
because Joe Burrow. Yeah.
So I'm the biggest Deshaun hater. So me saying this is just contradicting what I'm saying. But please, Deshaun Watson, win me this week.
All of us have the Vikings winning. I don't think any of us really have that much confidence in Baker, but hey, maybe he proves us wrong. All of us have the Saints winning. I think a lot of us aren't really that excited about what the Titans are doing, but maybe they come out and win week 1. Derek Carr's on the Saints. And then, actually, I think we have a little bit of a difference. Alex chose the 49ers. I chose the 49ers. Dustin chose the Steelers. And Jarrett also chose the 49ers. So Dustin is on an island with this one. Why do you think the Steelers come in and win? I like the Steelers, but what do you think?
Okay, so the main reason, one, is it's at Steelers. I think this is going to be a huge defensive battle. Both these defenses are super solid, especially without Nick Bosa. That's the main thing I was thinking about was Nick Bosa. So as I kind of went to the Steelers defense, but I mean they both have the offensive power. Obviously, I might prefer Kenny Pickett over Brock Purdy. So I think that this is going to be a pretty even matchup. And honestly, pitting them right next to each other, it is kind of a nice matchup. Like they both have nice offensive weapons, and they both have really, really good defenses. So I can see this going either way, but I just went with the home team.
And as being a Ravens fan, as much as I hate to say this, because I've kind of been giving the Steelers a little bit of crap here, but their team honestly looks pretty damn good. I'm not even going to lie about that.
Especially if Kenny Pickett makes a jump like
this AFC North competition can be real, but that's a game that if I can attend or if I can put my eyes on it, I'm definitely going to watch.
Oh, for sure.
Because 49ers and Steelers, that's just going to be Not only that, their offenses are great too, like you already mentioned.
There's going to be some crazy plays in there. I feel that's going to be like a lot of a defense battle, and then randomly you're going to see one of these teams make a crazy play here and there.
Kenny Pickett, Brock Purdy, man. It's going to be...
But next week is the game of the week. Next game is the game of the week. Just kidding. Commanders, Cardinals.
A game like this, that shouldn't even premiere. Like, just give the W to Commanders.
All of us have the Commanders winning. The Cardinals, or Jonathan Gannon didn't want to name his starting quarterback today, but it got leaked that it was Josh Dobbs, so we'll see how that goes. I will say, just real quick, if the Commanders find a way to lose this one, I already been saying it, I will not be on the podcast next week or after that one, so I'll just say that right now. As far as the Falcons-Panthers game, I think Jared has the Panthers winning while all of us chose the Atlanta Falcons.
Really?
Jared, you're on the island on this one. Why do you think Carolina's going to win?
I just believe in Bryce. Okay? I don't know. I just like the little piece. They got Miles Sanders, Adam Thielen. I feel like they can really work out. Hayden Hurst. I feel like it's good offensive surrounded by that young guy. I feel like he can go out there and,
If Brian Burns was for sure playing, I think it would be a lot better. Because I think this is honestly a nice defensive matchup because their offense is a lot of question marks, but their defense, especially the Falcons this year, got way better. So that is honestly going to be one thing I am looking forward to this match is the defensive battle. But it is going to be a big hit if Brian Burns doesn't figure out their thing.
Because he helped stop that run a lot, right?
Yeah, it could go either way, but I'm just hyped about Bijan, and Arthur Smith seems like a decent coach.
And I'm ready to see Drake London go off too, low-key.
Yeah, hopefully.
I guess I'm going to switch back to the Falcons. I got Kyle Pitts. I'm kidding.
You can't. Don't worry, because
I'm
Dustin's
kidding.
been on an island, and I'm on an island with this one for Raiders versus Broncos. Everyone chose the Raiders. I went on an island and chose the Denver Broncos to win this game. This is in Denver, and I've already been on record saying I believe that Russell Wilson will be better this year. I think it starts week 1. We'll see. I'm not rooting for the Broncos to win, but that's just my prediction.
For us,
he is rooting for them.
Listen, to me, I don't know about you guys, but for me to start selecting the Broncos, obviously not Brady because he chose them. Russell Wilson's going to have to show me something. Sean Payne's going to have to flip that team around and show us something this season. For us to even think about picking the Broncos. I think we was against them, damn near every game last year?
Yeah.
Once we started seeing what the product was.
Their defense is always good, so they kind of only needed a little bit of offensive power to win some games. But it just seems like Sean Payton hates Russell Wilson. That's all I've been hearing.
Yeah, some of the things
So I feel like that's not going to even give Russell Wilson any confidence. Just imagine you're like, let me go into work every day. My coach hates me.
He's giving him some tough love. I disagree with that. I think he's trying to, get Russell Wilson to play well again.
But, okay, let me just get into this anyways. The Raiders are going to mob the Broncos week 1. Nate Hobbs, Marcus Peters. Your guys' offense ain't doing shit, especially if Jerry Jeudy ain't out there. And Devontae Adams is mopping Patrick Surtain. Jacoby Myers is going to get some catches. Michael Mayer's going to get a touchdown on y'all. And then you guys are not stopping Josh Jacobs. Let me just get to that.
I hope we do not have to roll to a clip playing his back.
We might have
the next
to.
video.
We might have to next episode.
We're literally mopping the Bears. The Broncos. But maybe not by much, but we're going to get the win.
All right, this is one of the best games I feel like this week. We got Tua and the Dolphins versus Justin Herbert and the Chargers. We got Alex picking the Dolphins. I'm choosing the Chargers, so it looks like Alex and Jared both chose the Dolphins, and Dustin and I are choosing the Chargers. I feel like this is a game that could go either way. It's in LA, so we'll see. But I mean, I think both offenses are going to be really high powered. Could be a really good game, and I think it'd be a game I would love to see. And I mean, do you guys have anything else to add to this one?
Mainly, if Jalen Ramsey was playing, that would probably give me a little bit more of a boost to pit the Miami above. But I just think roster to roster, obviously the offensive power on the Miami Dolphins is a lot better than the Chargers. But actually, it's kind of iffy because Austin Eckler is a real boost for that offense too.
It's close, man.
Yeah,
it's going to be a good game. It should go either way.
But I think the Chargers defense should be better. So I just had to go Chargers for this one.
It looks like we all chose the Eagles. Not much to really say there. I mean, the Patriots are a respectable team, but we expect the Eagles to kind of continue what they did last year.
I can't wait to see what these rookies do.
Yeah, and then everyone is also on the Seahawks train, and it just got announced that Jackson Smith-Njigba will play Week 1.
Which is crazy because he broke his hand?
Yeah, or broke his wrist or something like that.
And I remember, I think like a day or a couple days later, he's back out there on practice catching with a cast on. I don't know if you guys seen that video or not.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's awesome. But the next game, I'm kind of surprised we all picked the Bears, but all of us are choosing the Bears to start maybe a new era
this
for
is
this
my favorite to win the division.
No rivalry.
Yeah, I think we both agreed on that.
Because obviously history would tell you that the Packers own the Bears, but as we know, Aaron Rodgers is no longer there.
Well, the Packers didn't own the Bears. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
owned the
so we'll see.
So the Packers never owned them.
We'll see if this one. All of us are on the Bears, and then as far as Sunday Night Football is concerned, Cowboys versus Giants, which is always a classic. It looks like Alex chose the Giants. I also chose the Giants as well, and Jared and Dustin are on the Cowboys. Should be a very
okay.
What you thought?
I thought I was the other way around, but that makes sense.
Yeah,
you see the gray.
And then Monday Night Football, Bills Jets. Alex and I chose the Bills, and then you guys chose the Jets. I mean, for both those games, it could go either way. But all four of those teams in primetime, I think there are a couple of really good primetime games they picked for Week 1. So. Shout out to the NFL for those. Anything else to add to these before we go?
I do want to say one thing that we should do, as we agreed to last year, but we didn't do it because we started in the middle of the season, that we should also do a challenge. Whoever loses this, we'll figure that out, whatever it may be. I think it'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, last year things got scuffed because we did like a challenge where we said whoever got the worst record do the one chip challenge, but things got kind of messed up where Jared forgot to submit some of his picks when he was gone, and Dustin was long far gone though, so like yeah. Dustin was making all kinds.
Because there was one week where he chose the exact opposite, I think, from both of us.
Everybody, and he just went down. It was horrendous.
I just got to the point where I was just trolling. I was like, dude, I'm just gonna pick the opposite of everybody.
I can't wait to see though how we do.
I'm not gonna do that this season. I'm taking it serious.
I'm excited. I like that graphic a lot too.
Yeah, I think it makes things a lot better than obviously we would choose on the spot. So it'd be like, oh, you want to choose the Commanders? I'll choose the Broncos to be or whatever. You know, we would.
Wait, so like. Are they going to be able to see that in our faces, or is it just going to be what?
Next, it was only that today, but next week I'll probably try to fix it to where they can see our faces too. Okay. But other than that, today we wanted to preview the Thursday night game, and then Friday we'll be back talking about the Thursday night game and also talking about the rest of the Sunday games. But as far as the injury report is concerned, going into this game, we had Richie James, LeJarry Sneed, Kadarius Toney, Warden, and then Nick Jones, B.J. Thompson, and of course the big name. Travis Kelce is actually upgraded to questionable. We were kind of already talking about it. He hurt his knee earlier in the week. It was a very surprising report to see. He went to doubtful, and now he is listed as questionable. What are the odds that he plays, in your guys' opinion?
I feel like they shouldn't play him, but I think that maybe since it's a really good team to start Week 1, that you might see him out there just so they can have a little bit more competition against the Lions. That's the only reason I feel like I feel like he should sit out, and I feel like if it was a weaker team, I think he would sit out. But since it's the Lions, I feel like he's randomly be out there.
You think he's gonna be out there?
Yeah,
I feel like the competitiveness in Travis Kelce, he's gonna try his whole might to be out there on that field.
I don't think it's a great idea.
No, I don't think it is either.
Season.
No, I don't want it to. I don't think it's a great idea. Actually, I think it is an amazing idea. Send him out there.
Oh my God. You're terrible for that, Dustin.
Well, I've never really seen somebody go from doubtful to questionable that quick either.
Yeah,
so it's leaning to me. It's leaning towards
especially on a short week
play.
like this,
Yeah.
where they're playing on Thursday. It'd be different if maybe they played on Sunday, but yeah. But one thing is L'Jarius Sneed and Kadarius Toney. Those are the two other big names I noticed here. Were full
Kadarius Toney
participants.
he's full.
He was full participant today.
It'll last 1 week, but
The Lions injury report looks pretty clean though. They originally had Amon-Ra St. Brown on there, but he's no longer on there. He practiced on Monday, I believe, and now everything looks pretty clean. I guess and then they haven't reported as we're recording this what Wednesday's practice report looked like. So, but I mean, we already kind of predicted, who we think is going to win this game a little bit, but I want to go more in depth. What are you looking for in particular when we going into this Thursday night game? If there's anything you want to particularly look at.
Do you just want us to say for each team, or
yeah, whatever you want to do. It doesn't
like as a
matter.
player.
All right, so I mean, for the Lions side, it'd mainly just be Jahmyr Gibbs.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, literally anything you want to.
Yeah.
Literally nothing. I don't care what you
And
say.
then-
What are you looking for?
Oh shit! Maybe hold on. Sorry to cut you. Want to go real quick?
Yeah, I'll just do
Go.
Jahmyr, I'll just do the Lions. first, and
Damn!
you
I
guys
just
can-
smacked my mouth on the mic.
But I'll just do like Jahmyr Gibbs. I think you're going to see him get like 75 receiving yards first game. Against the Chiefs' weaker defense, I feel like this is going to be a really good game for him to show off what his assets are going to be. And obviously, it's been kind of known that he's just mainly going to be there for catching passes and stuff. So I really think you're going to see Jahmyr Gibbs like change the passing game.
Dan
maybe.
Campbell did say they're going to utilize him in ways that no one expected.
I did see that.
So
Really?
yeah. So he
So, I mean,
might be
so
lining up
he's
at
gonna be-
wide receiver and stuff like
or
that.
he might be
too.
throwing the ball.
Imagine Jared Goff's running down the route.
No, I do expect St. Brown. I'm going to say a little stat line here. Let's say.
You want to get into bold predictions already?
Well,
Or is this bold enough? What do you think?
I mean, yeah. I feel like St. Brown can maybe reach 100 yards this game. Touchdown.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not
well,
bold
that's
enough,
not-
but
No,
we're
well,
not
you
into
know.
bold predictions yet, though.
Yeah,
so.
that's just what I think is going to happen.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I actually have Amon-Ra St. Brown on my fantasy team, so I'm rooting for that as well. I want to
Remember, he's wrote down every name that was drafted before him.
Yeah, I know that man's crazy. But as far as what I'm looking for, I want to see how good the Chiefs' defense is going to be without Chris Jones, because I feel like he's kind of the heart and soul of that defense. And obviously, there was a quote he released today, which was a pretty interesting one. I don't know if you guys saw it. Okay, I'm gonna say it because it's kind of funny. Opinions are like buttholes. I'm literally not kidding. This was a quote. Are like buttholes. Sometimes they stink, but I'm just trying to get a raise or something like that. It was an interesting quote. But yeah, so it sounds like Chris Jones is ready to or prepared to sit out till week 8. So not having him in this game, it makes me wonder how good the Chiefs defense will be. It feels like even with Chris Jones, I feel like the Lions could have kept pace, but even with without him, it should make it even worse because he's kind of the heart and soul of their pass rush and the heart and soul of that defense. But I want to see if the Lions can continue their momentum that they had last year. Obviously, they went on a huge win streak.
I wish they would have made playoffs last year.
Yeah, it would have been fun. I mean, they took down the Packers in Week 18. It was such a fun game. And I think this would put the Lions already kind of put the whole world on notice. But if they were able to come out here Week 1 in Arrowhead and take down the Chiefs, I think that would be an even bigger win and show you that, hey, the Lions are here. We're ready. Where maybe some people would go ahead and say, is this team a contender? That might be an overreaction, but this would be the kind of win you'd want.
I think
But
in the
I
NFC
think-
they already are.
But I think the question would arise that, we didn't have Travis Kelce, we didn't have Chris Jones.
Well, yeah, that's what Chiefs fans can say.
Yeah.
They find a way to make everything.
But I mean, when they do, they don't have Travis Kelce.
I mean,
out there. I can't understand just to
this
a certain
fan
point.
base, even when they got out coached like crazy in the Super Bowl, they blame the refs. Like that's the kind of fans. Some of the Chiefs, not all of them. I'm not saying all of them, but I just remember
They blame the
Super Bowl.
turf.
Yeah, they just blame anything that doesn't. It's not their fault.
We're always saying that because we live in Kansas, so
Yeah,
it's pretty bad here with the Chiefs fans.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
they literally, any little thing they lose, you're seeing someone, ref calls this, ref calls that. Like, dude, Patrick Mahomes is favored ref calls. Like, they literally,
But as I mentioned earlier, I am I am rooting for the Lions to win. My heart says Lions. My brain says the Chiefs. That's kind of where I'm at. But hey, if the Lions win, I'm gonna be happy. Obviously, I get the 0-1 on the record to start the week. But I would be super excited to see the Lions go out and win this game and put the whole league on notice and say, hey, baby, we here. We're going to be contender not only in our division, but in the whole damn NFC. So that's what I kind of want to see.
yeah, I want to see them dominate, and then I'm going to pick them every week.
You're going to pick them every week? They're going to go 17-0? Hey, man, the Lions are fun. I'm excited about them. But let's hear some bold predictions for Thursday Night Football. What you got? Does anybody? I can go first if you need me to.
I got a stat line.
All right,
Bold
that's
prediction.
what we need right here. Let's go.
Gibbs, okay, 100 yards total,
Rushing and receiving.
Well, I'm gonna split it here. I'm gonna put like 75 rushing, the rest
Okay.
receiving.
The rest
25
receiving?
receiving?
Yes.
Only 25?
Yeah.
I don't feel like that's bold enough. I
No?
think.
Okay. Throw me something.
Okay,
Bold. Let me hear you guys first.
Jameer Gibbs.
I'll come up with some
they
wild
have to
shit.
be like outlandish.
Well, I
kinda.
originally I said like 125 yards or not.
That's
What did I say?
that's
125.
That's a little bit more bold.
I feel like that's crazy. 125 yards is insane.
No, listen, Jameer Gibbs.
Rookie first
75
game.
75 receiving yards, and then he's going to get 50 rushing for a total of like 135 first game.
All right, I like it. All
Okay.
right, this is what I
Is
got.
that
right?
125?
No.
75 receiving yards, and,
50?
then you said 50.
Yeah, so that's
And he said that was 180.
Yeah, 125. 125.
Yeah,
I
125.
know.
Do you guys remember the last time that Patrick Mahomes and Jared Goff played each other? Actually, I don't know if this is the last time, but this is one of the more interesting games. If you guys remember this one.
Yes.
51-54, Rams versus Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes had 6 touchdowns in that game, and Jared Goff only had 4. This is when they still had Todd Gurley. But yeah, I feel like
terrible that game.
yeah,
too.
my bold prediction is we are going to see another shootout just like this, but we're going to go 55-56 or something weird like that.
Okay, now I see where bold predictions
This
are.
is how
'cause that is
bold we're
wild.
getting.
Yeah, okay, okay.
We got to
Don't jinx us from this and watch it be like a 10-3 game.
There's no way.
The NFL script will not let that happen on
No.
opening night
Yeah.
when everybody's watching.
Literally, Roger Goodell would call down to the refs and be like, "Bro, we need you to call a pass interference or something
For
right
20
now."
yards.
Yeah,
that's some extra
literally,
yards
we need to
there.
get the end zone.
No, I feel like 50 might be a bold prediction.
No, that is a over the board prediction. That is
but
Yeah, I don't even need to say. Let's just say they match this. I don't want to say like they outdo it, but let's say they match this because this was crazy. We haven't seen this.
54,
before.
51 is crazy.
that'd be a hell of a game.
Yeah, I would. That would be so awesome to see.
Goes into like triple OT.
Imagine week
Dude.
1, bro. That would be
We're
absolutely
sitting
insane.
here watching it tonight. Jared's like, I need to go home. We're sitting here.
NFL would be laying in money, bro. I mean, they already are, but just opening night, everybody's watching. Football's
They
back.
picked really good games, like Brady said earlier. There's a few easy picks, but like some of them were like, oh, I have to actually think about this. Like I like most of the games.
Last year's opening night game was disappointing though. It was a good one on paper.
Who was it
but
again?
Bills Rams. The Rams
Oh, the
absolutely
Rams
got,
just
they got.
fell.
Oh
stomped.
yeah.
It was disappointing, unfortunately.
No, there's a
Because
lot of
people hype up the Rams too.
And that's when everybody started to realize that Cam Akers wasn't nothing last year, and then Allen Robinson wasn't gonna get
dude,
targeted.
he fell off, bro. Not him as a player fell off, but like fantasy stocks, dude. It's
Well, I mean that means he fell off as a player.
well, I still think he's a hell of a player.
Ending off this episode, what I want to go ahead and talk about some fantasy football. So how are you guys feeling about your matchup going into this week?
Well, can I pull my phone out real quick?
Yeah, go
'Cause I
ahead.
wanna look at this. Well, I want to mention Allen Robinson stocks, dude. He's like 6% owned right now to me, which is crazy because I feel like 2 years ago he was 95, 98.
He's just everyone forgets he's even on the Steelers.
No, yeah, when he got drafted, I was like, dude, I forgot all about him.
yeah.
I want to apologize first before I start that as a fantasy talking guy that I threw my entire draft. My team's not terrible, but so week 1, my starting quarterback, it was between Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones. Me and Brady talked about it. And the only reason I'm starting him is because I have Michael Pittman. So I'm starting Michael Pittman too. Brandon Ayuk. And then my running backs, I have Bijan in every single one of my fantasy teams. Travis Etienne, Irv Smith, and I'm still debating if I want to start Dameon Pierce, but that's like just my starting lineup. And then I'm playing against, honestly, a stacked receiving core, but shitty running backs in my opinion. I got Josh Allen at quarterback, who I'm playing against, AJ Brown, Debo, Brees Hall, not scared of him this week 1, AJ Dillon, who is that? No,
Come on now.
Tyler Higbee, I do like Tyler Higbee. And then Traylon Burks, that's a risky one for me too. I don't know. That's his starting lineup right now. I feel like I should win. I think Bijan is going to drop 20 points in fantasy this week.
You have to hope.
No, I'm not hoping. He's doing it.
What about you, Jared? How are we feeling? You don't have to go over their whole lineup. But
No, yeah, for sure. I don't know. Predictions or win percentages are scaring me. I always hate looking at that because
Yeah, I hate
obviously
that
that's
too.
not true at all. It's just based off what they're projected. But I mean, my team's all right. I feel like I should have drafted just a little bit better. Like I passed on Garrett Wilson and took Adams.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did not
I
know
wanted
that.
Garrett Wilson so bad. He got sniped right before I was about to pick.
But I know Adams is in a situation now. You guys got a new quarterback. He's obviously number 1 anywhere he goes. So I still have faith in him being able to drop 20 easily a week.
Definitely.
So-
who had the best draft in our league right now?
Probably you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yahoo told me I had a D plus draft. So
I had to do mine. I will admit, my first 3 picks, I literally went Bijan, Travis Etienne, and then I literally went Dameon Pierce. I should not have went Travis Etienne because of the rumors, but honestly, I've been hearing a lot of good things about the head coach has been saying that Travis Etienne is still the main workhorse. So honestly, I don't mind my first 3 picks because I did think the wide receivers were deep. And I do like having Brandon Ayuk and Michael Pittman as my starting 2 receivers. And I do have Jerry Jeudy and Mike Evans. So even though I didn't go wide receiver early, I still like my team.
I don't know. It's hard for me to choose one person because what I look at is not just their starting roster, but their depth as well.
yeah.
Brandon's depth's nice. But
So I would say me for sure. No, I'm playing. I don't know, man. It's tough. Because obviously in a 14-man league, dude, you got to
Yeah, we
pick
put it
it.
14. I get to play Burrow, Chase, Ridley, Gibbs, not Bijan, Brian Robinson, Goddard, McLaurin, Carlson, Minnesota. I thought Burrow and McLaurin would maybe miss week 1, but it sounds like they're going to play. But we actually had some news come in while we were recording, so I want to go over that really quick. Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs did not participate in practice today due to hamstring injuries. And now the bigger thing is that Sean McVay's already ruled out Cooper Kupp for week 1. And now they're saying it is possible that Cooper Kupp will be placed on IR. So that is tough, I will say, especially for our boy that drafted Cooper Kupp in fantasy. Cooper Kupp in our league fell all the way to the 214. So nobody wanted to take the risk. And now it's looking pretty good that we didn't take the risk. I passed on him. I couldn't take the risk. I think hamstring injuries are scary. So.
And that's just really bad for the player that got him. I think his team it makes it look.
He has
way
Kelsey
worse.
and Kupp. He took Kelsey at the 101. So.
Real quick, I didn't mention the person I was facing, though. He has JJ, Devontae Smith, James Cook, Rasheed White. His running backs, don't scare me as much, but knowing he has...
They have upside, but we don't really know.
Yeah, we don't know until the season starts, but having JJ and Devontae Smith, we know how deadly those two can be.
Oh, for sure.
But Alvin Kamara was a steal for me, I think, later rounds.
Wait, who?
Alvin Kamara.
Oh, for sure. Well, we'll see what he looks like when he comes back from suspension.
He better look like Alvin Kamara, we all know.
Our biggest steals out of our draft. You already know who mine is.
Who's yours?
Wait, for just everybody?
Like in our league, no, in our just our draft. Like who you think was the biggest?
Was
late
for
round
you.
steal?
For your team.
Yeah.
Yours was probably Jared Judy.
No, ooh, that's actually a good one. But
Because I should have snagged his ass.
I'm going. My latest steal that I liked is Nico Collins.
I think mine's Antonio Gibson, and it's weird
Yes.
to say that that's the steal, but I feel like I did pretty good with my draft overall. But Gibson was someone I did not expect to, or Deontay Johnson in round 5 was pretty good too, because I thought he would go before I got to him in round 5, and I got him there. So I thought that was good value as well.
Here's a question mark. I don't know. Mine was either Marquise Brown or Kamara.
You really like Marquise Brown?
Yeah. I'm having faith.
He's getting locked up week 1.
I'm having hell no. I'm having his stocks up this year.
They're gonna have to throw, that's what I'm saying with a lot of these teams. Like a lot of the receivers I picked up, like the Mike Evans. Why I picked him up is because I think especially if he stays if he leaves the Bucks, that would change obviously my opinion on it. But I think that the Bucks are gonna be down a lot of games where they're just gonna be having to chuck the ball. And I feel like Mike Evans is still going to go off. I'm not starting in week 1. I really do want to, but even though it's going to be a shootout.
Can I bring up a conversation real quick about that certain wide receiver?
Who?
Mike Evans.
Go ahead.
So I had a discussion with somebody. I won't mention who it was. It's not like it's bad or anything. But they told me Mike Evans, I want to hear your guys' opinion, is not worth $20 million a year.
I think he's Mr.
What do you think,
Consistency.
I think he is.
I think he is. It's that so. Every single year he has not produced under 1,000 yards.
And there's been years where he's played with terrible quarterbacks.
Not only that, he has Chris Godwin beside him too.
Yep.
You put him by himself.
You can make the argument that Mike Evans is older, so maybe that's why you wouldn't pay him that much. But I think he's been productive every single year.
And I don't think it slows down this year.
No, yeah. I mean, somebody told me that he was probably
It could because of Baker. We all know what
But
Baker
you
did to
just said that
DJ
he
Moore
played.
last year. DJ Moore was absolute shambles last
DJ
year.
Moore fell off.
That was because of Baker.
He's going to pop off this year.
I was literally kidding. Don't think I drafted him.
No, but the person said that he was only worth $10 million a year, and I thought that was crazy.
No,
Nah.
not in this market.
Mm-mm.
Wide receivers get paid more than that now.
Yep.
That's not enough. Curtis Samuel's getting paid that much. That's not what kind of money.
And
Mike
we've seen
Evans-
Christian Kirk, and he's only had a 1,000-yard season.
Yeah.
Over
And then
1,000
you
yards.
got isn't like Algalor making that much money right now, or he did at one point, maybe not anymore.
I forgot what his contract's looking like. We're probably paying him about $150,000.
I think that's gonna do it though for this week, guys. Make sure to enjoy some football, man. It's been too long. We finally have it back. Enjoy these next few months of football. It's some of the best time. I mean, we got spooky season around the corner. It's the best time.
And don't forget,
cold weather comes.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
If you watch this video all the way, you gotta drop your prediction down about tomorrow's game, Thursday night. You got Chiefs or Lions winning, because that's gonna be a matchup.
Let us know. Thank you guys for watching as always. We'll see you on the next one. This is In the Slant. We're saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and click here to subscribe and of course to watch some more.